Sometimes you encounter a deck that makes your nipples hard, like this deck here by Lab Monkey. It went 5-0 a month ago, and I was very happy to see Cephalid Constable. I am cultured enough to know that this is pure hentai, and it says when it deals combat damage to a player, return that many permanents to their hand. Notice that it says permanents and not non-land permanents. So yes, we can bounce our opponent's lands, and that is muy grande. We have a couple ways to buff it. We have Maul, which gives +2 flying and first strike. We also have Aspirant, if it's a counter on a creature every turn, and then we have Giver for protection, which can also make unblockable. Now, as strong as this deck looks, there are some cards that are questionable. Between the lands, the mimics, and the mana dorks, the deck has a whopping 31 mana sources. That is a lot. It also has 4 Rangers, which I guess works we can fetch for a Hexdrinker, but 4 does seem like a lot. And Aspirant, is it worth it? And since this deck 5-0'd a month ago, we haven't seen another one like it. So I'm curious to find out, did the deck just get lucky that first time, or is it actually underrated? So we're gonna test it and find out. We're keeping the main deck as is, although I did tweak the sideboard a bit. We've got our red hate and graveyard hate, artifact hate, chunky hate, combo hate, and scary to fairy. Lab Monkey originally had 4, which seems like overkill, but I still want to maintain the spirit of the sideboard, so we'll settle for 3. That is the deck. Now it's time for the gameplay. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more deck reviews like this. Without further ado, here's the gameplay, and I hope you enjoy. Opening hand kinda balls. But if you use one Mimic as a land, not the worst, so we'll keep. Oh, it's a mill deck. This could be tricky. Play Stoneforge, grab Batterskull, and pass back. Oh, they're self-milling, so it looks like a Vengevine deck instead. Oh, 3 Vengevines in graveyard. That is problem, because they also have 2 Gravecrawlers. Alright, play land tapped and pass back. And here comes the big nut. 1 Gravecrawler and 2 Gravecrawler. That's a lot of spanking. We'll take the damage. Play Batterskull, play Maul, Giver, swing for 6. We're back at 10. And a 4th Vengevine. Out of desperation, block like that. Oh, and wait a minute. We're so close. If we could just equip the sword, we'd have protection and that would be lethal. Dang. Company? So close. Sun goes all the way down to 1. Oh, creeping chill. Oh, but opponent passes. In the land, hooray. Sword. And there's a concede. I can't believe we survived that. Going into game 2 is bringing all this for all this, and without, let's go to game 2. Oh, opening hand seems pretty good. We keeping. Start with Noble. Opponent finds creeping chill, and a Gravecrawler, and a push. Now we're in trouble. Mimic, fine, tap. Opponent plays Jellyfish. Well, play Hentai. Opponent hits us for 1. Passes. You know what? We'll just play the sword and pray that they're stuck. Oh, but a supplier. Hitting a Vengevine. So Vengevine comes back. We take 5. And if only we had a white source to take out the supplier. Least problem. Alright, play birds. Equip. Do we want them putting 3 things in graveyard? I guess that's fine. Oh no, a force of vigor. So Hentai goes to Jesus, because even Jesus needs some. They hit us for 6. We have company, so we'll hold it and pass back. Opponent mills for 6. Creeping chill. One amalgam. We only have 2 life. Play the company. Meh. So it looks like we're going to game 3. In game 3, no change to sideboard. And we have a Nashock, but everything else is balls. Whatever, we'll keep. Opponent plays supplier. Gravecrawler. Now we pull another Mystic. Opponent plays Glimpse. And they kind of whiff on everything. And how about we do this? Swing. And now Ashiok. Hooray! What they gonna do about that? Oh, they push for dude. And hit Ashiok for 1. Ooh, Hentai, nice. We could just play Mystic, but Hentai's Hentai. And who doesn't love that? Noble and pass back. Oh, what? They concede? We're gonna grab the Maul next turn, then bounce all 4 of their permanents. Oh well, we'll have to use our imagination, because it's on to the next match. Opening hand seems alright, we'll keep. Start with Noble. Oh, and it's a discard deck. How interesting. Play Mystic and Giver. Oh, Smallpox. Fine. We'll Mimic and pass back. Opponent plays a Life Drainer. And now put up Batterskull. Well, swing for 5. Play land and pass back. Oh, Inquisition. So we lose the Ranger. Okidoki, spank. Hexdrinker. Buff and pass back. Oh, Lily. We sack. But I think our opponent's in trouble. Yep, there is a concede. Going into game 2 is dump this for this, and without, it's going to. Opening hand, I guess it's okay. We'll keep. Play Giver. Never mind. Play Mystic. Grabbing them all. Oh, but a Thoughtseize. Taking out Batterskull. And they force us to discard. He's a tough one. I guess Mimic. Meh. No land. Alright, play Aspirant. Swing for 2. Oh, but it's Lily. Forcing discard. Giver. Because I really want to play Hentai. Hooray! Send Lily to Jesus. And play Hentai. Come on, please. Just one attack. That's all I asked for. They kill our Aspirant. And they force discard. How unfortunate. Now they have no cards in hand. Swing for 3. Bounce. They make us discard. So maybe bouncing that land wasn't a good idea. Alright, we'll draw. Can't attack because of vault. And they send Stoneforge to Jesus. How sad. Okidoki. A Ranger. Preventing search. Might as well swing for 1. Bounce. Land comes back. Try this again. Okay. Grab Giver. And swing for 3. Opponent passing. And do many options. I think safest. Just go for it and say swing all. A block will protect. And opponent goes to 1. And there's a concede. Goes on to the next match. Opening hand. No land, so we're gonna Maul. And yeah, I suppose we'll make this work. Oh, looks like a taxes deck. Okay. Play the birdie. And opponent plays Stoneforge. Grabbing sword. Well, we can't take out the Stoneforge with our apparition. So we'll play a Stoneforge of our own. And the Noble and pass back. Opponent plays Archon. But it won't do much against us. How about we play Noble and prepare for Batterskull. Opponent activates his Stoneforge, throwing down the sword and attaching it to Archon. These kind of problem. We'll jump with the birdie and then activate Stoneforge. And now big decisions. We could apparition the Giver this turn or apparition the sword. Probably should just go for the sword. Swing and then apparition. So no sword for them. Oh, but they have an apparition of their own. Apparitioning our apparition. They hit us for 2. And without apparition out, our mimics in hand aren't that good. So how about instead Mystic, grabbing the Maul, activate the other Stoneforge, Stoneforge, and equip the Batterskull. Swing for 8 in the air, play land tapped and pass back. Oh, another apparition. Taking out our Maul. They tickle us for 2 in the air. Aspirant, but with Giver out, we're kind of in trouble, unless we go in 2 different directions. Yeah, here's what we'll do. Sword, equip, and we'll see how they go about this. Ooh, blocks like this. So what will they save? That apparition? Okay. So then pass back, opponent draws, and a 3rd apparition. Okay. Taking out Hierarch, pull Hentai, then Aspirant, equip the Aspirant, buff, and then pass back. Opponent draws again, Valia, and they're going in the air again. Ooh, and a path. This could be muy grande. Our lands are a bit tight here, so I say hold back on the path, and instead play Mimic, copying the Aspirant, double buff, and pass back. Uh-oh. There goes our lands. Oh, but they don't do it yet. That's an uh-oh stinky for them. We'll pass back. Oh, and Dunes. They can buff all their creatures. I was hoping they'd tap out, but path the Giver. Oh, but they going after our lands. We'll pay. And more lands. But with Giver gone, double buff the Aspirant and swing. Oh, but a path. Okay. They chump. Might as well equip. Oh, but there's a concede. So we're going to game 2. I'm going to game 2. We're going to bring in this stuff for this stuff, and with that, let's go to game 2. Opening hand is not terrible. Those are a lot of basics. And only 1 real card, so we're going to Maul. And fine. One plays Giver. We play Birdie. We take 1 from Giver. Why they pass? Lie. Alright. Fairy. Bounce. And back to opponent. Opponent replays Giver. And we'll be going for the company. Oh, opponent plays Crusader. Protection from green and double strike. But now company? We have to copy the bird. I have dummy thick plan. Sword. Equip. Swing. That untaps our lands and makes them discard. Oh, and they discard Batterskull. Interesting. Play Aspirant. Up to Fair. And could equip, but we'll pass back. They pretty much have to go for Teferi. Otherwise, we'll bounce one of those hoes. Yep. We'll choose not to chump. Oh, but it's Apparition. Taking out our sword. Oh, but we pull Apparition. So we shall do this. Apparition. On Giver. They protect their Apparition. But unfortunately for our opponent, Mimic. Copying Apparition. And taking out the Crusader. Buff. And pass back. One plays a Vial. And a Giver of our own. Oh, they have Path. But then buff Pride Mage. Swing for 5. They take it. Then play Giver and pass. What is these? A Flickerless. Flickering Pride Mage. Do we take out their Vial? No. Oh, why? They tickle us for 3? But now they in big trouble here. Might as well Apparition. Oh, and there's a concede. Aspirant was pretty good those games. And now it's on to the next match. Opening hand seems pretty solid, so we're gonna keep. And it be burn. Play Noble. But then Noble goes to Jesus. We shall play Giver and pass back. Oh, but a Searing Blaze. Well, play Apparition. Sucking off Monastery. Opponent passes back. And nice another company. Swing for 2. And opponent cracks us. Opponent passes again. Company. Oh, but a Mimic. With 5 cards in hand, we might be in trouble. Spank for 4. Another Skull Crack. A Lava Spike. And a Goblin Guide. Opponent swings. Play company. Oh, well, they have a Bolt. Okay. So we're going to game 2. Going into game 2. Let's bring in all this for all this. And with that, let's go to game 2. Oh, nice Firewalker. Opponent plays a Guide. And we play the Walker. Opponent plays Eidolon. And they pass. Apparition, cool. We could play it now, or do we go Sword? That's a tough one. Play Sword. And pass back. Oh, opponent passes back. And now equip Sword. Hooray. Swing. And hooray. And which host should we take out? Eidolon's kind of helping us now. They can keep Eidolon. And pass back. Oh, and at the end of turn to Boros Charm. Guide. And do we path? Yeah, we'll path the Guide. If we played the Maul, we deal 8 this turn and lock them. But in the process, we go down to 3. So the Charm could finish us off before we deal damage. Is that worth the risk? Yeah, sure. Maul. Equip. Oh, but a Helix. Yikes. I think they pin us either way here. Because if we attack, they go to 2. Then they finish us off. So the only really viable option here, swing to here. And somehow hope all 4 of these cards are duds. Never mind, they got us. Dang, our gamble did not pay off. Oh well, let's on to the next match. Opening hand is very land heavy, and we're up against a Luris deck. I think we better Maul. Alright, fine, we'll keep. And it looks like it's Rakdos Death Shadow. Well, play Aspirant, and our opponent pushes, and plays another Courier. Another land, play Apparition, sucking off Courier. Opponent draws a card, and plays Shadow, and then passes. Interesting. Tempting to play Mimic, but they could have removal, so instead we'll just pass back. Oh, opponent plays another Death Shadow, and in a turn, company, Ranger and Mimic, not bad. Take out a Shadow. Oh, but they give protection. Mama forgot to use protection, and that's how I came to be. Another Apparition. How about we Mimic, targeting Shadow again? Ooh, and should we path? Yeah. Spank, and then for 7. What is these? A Fatal Push, even though they only get a 1/1, but then a double block. Alright, back to opponent. Opponent draws. Oh, and a Lightning Bolt. Ooh, es muy grande. Maul. Swing for 4. And there be the concede, so we're going to game 2. Going into game 2 is bringing this for this, and with that, let's go to game 2. Opening hand seems doable, we'll keep. Opponent plays Monastery, and we'll play the bird. Oh, but a push. Alright. Play Mystic, grab Batterskull, and pass back. Oh, but a Dismember. We take 2 and they play a Shadow. Oh, beast problem. We should probably path the Shadow. Yeah. Opponent plays Courier, and a Scourge. Our last hope is a company, and opponent will be swinging. Fine. Jump there and risk it there. And why is life so difficult? Suppose we gotta play Mystic. Grabbing Sword, play Giver, and pass back. Uh-oh. Kozilek's return. This is problem. This is also problem. And this is also problem because we lost. And we're going to game 3. Opening hand's alright, but we don't have double blue. Oh, we'll keep. Oh, Thoughtseize. And what? They grab Hentai? We have no blue, though. Alright. I suppose we'll swing. And why opponent passes? Swing for 1. And opponent draws a card. Opponent plays Courier. Aw. They might might have Scourges in hand, and they're trying to put 1 damage on us so they can play the Scourges. I don't think this is worth the path. No, we'll take the 1, and opponent passes. Okadokes, swing for 1, and then play Apparition. What shall our opponent do now? Oh, this thing again. Fine. And a Courier. Ooh, and a Ranger. I think we should Apparition here, and then pass back. Oh, Dismember. It's like the Special Olympics, except no one is laughing. Play Ranger, and grab Giver, and pass back. Oh, Cole again. So we lose a path. Oh, and it'd be a Shadow. Better path it now. Another Ranger. Swing at this one. Opponent chumps. Play Ranger, and play Giver. Opponent draws. Oh, and they push. And a Scourge. They are not making things easy for us. Landle. Draw. And a Mystic. Okay. Play Mystic. Let's actually grab Maul. A little bit risky. They do have a Lurrus they can put in hand, even though they don't have anything in graveyard. Oh, but they're trying to put it there. Safest option. Jump. On it passes. Try for the Maul. Equip. Very suspicious. They're just going with both. Yeah, I think so. They be chumping. And they go to 1. Let's see if they can pull it off. Oh, but a push. Oh, and there's a Concede. Alright. Shadow is always a tough matchup, but thank the Magic Gods for removal. So 4-1 overall. The deck performed better than expected, but sadly, Hentai was a little underwhelming. It only seemed good when other cards were there to support it, and in a deck that's predominantly green-white, double blue is asking a lot. So maybe just throw in some deputies instead. But other than that, the deck seemed really good. Let me know what you think about the deck below, and let me know if you have any interesting decks that you'd like me to review. But that is all for now, and as always, I hope you have a great day.